Hello, Scorpio. It's Majori here from the Punk Priestess, and welcome to your February Tarotscope for 2022. So, before the reading, I cleansed of Palo Santo and my Florida water, which is available in my shop for purchase. And we're going to get into the card, the month ahead. So, I have with me a lot of tarot decks, some oracle, some astrology. We're just going to be mixing and matching. And what I'd like to start with is a signifier. So this is just kind of like the main energy that's happening for you here. Okay, so I'm pulling here the Four of Swords reversed, and then I'm going to pull a clarifier. All right, so I have improve here. Improve. Okay, so Four Swords and then improve. So Four Swords reverse. So let's start with this energy here. So, you know, this card is kind of saying like, you know, the rest is over. Mercury retrograde is no longer happening. And it's really time for you to kind of step out into this year and see what is on the horizon. See what you can improve upon. You know, what has been hinting to you, mentally at least, to kind of work through or to reflect on, or, you know, what kind of goals and ideas do you need to have to kind of move forward within this energy of 2022. And, you know, that's kind of what this Aquarius energy is here, to kind of push you along in that and inspire you to kind of get out of your own box in a way. So, you know, what are you thinking of? What form of action do you want to take? You know, do you want to, like, pretty much very transparently work through mental health struggles, or acknowledge more mental health things and how you can get more mentally healthy, or even just like connected with yourself and your own energy? You know, do you want to improve upon certain developments and aspects of your life, improve upon certain relationships, improve upon your communication style and the way that you, you know, show up for others, or, you know, how you respond to certain things? Like, what is it that you want to improve upon when it comes to your mind, when it comes to communication, when it comes to your goals and ideas and your visions? What needs to be improved upon? All right, so I'm going to pull some cards here. Okay, so we have some heavy energy. So I'll show you what cards and I'll tell you what they mean. So I have here the King of Coins upright. I have the Hangman reversed. There we go. And then I have the Hierophant upright. I can get them clear for you. There we go. Okay, so very strong. So let's start off with the King of Coins. So, you know, if there is like something within the home, within work, your money, your resources, self-esteem, that you're thinking about improving upon, the connection, the relationship to those things, how can you advance yourself in this realm? You know, think about it. Like, you want more control in this area of your life, and how are you going to get that? Or is there someone in your life who you feel has control of this already, and you feel, you know, sincere about that? Or maybe it's like, you know what, I don't really want them to have, you know, this much control over my autonomy. You know, thinking about that, you know, when it comes to your money, when it comes to resources, Scorpio, you are very involved. It is very important for you to have control over this aspect of your life. And if you don't, then you sometimes feel like things are out of control. So you are very particular about who, like, what kind of resources you're putting into other people, you know, and like, how are you putting your power into other people's hands? And if someone has too much control over this aspect of your life, you need to find a way to get more of that control back into your own hands. So, I mean, you might feel okay with the people that you're working with right now. You might feel okay with the leadership that you have. You might feel okay even with your resources, with, you know, the money that you make. You might feel content with that, and that's totally fine. Or, you know, you're realizing, okay, this is a power struggle. This is something that I need to work on. And it can also be, you know, you are that person that people come to for, you know, security, for safety, for fulfillment in ways of money, feeling like you have that under control, or like you are in a content position in your work life right now, you know, thinking about those things. So, you know, what is your relationship with money at this time? What is your relationship with your resources and the people involved and your work and stuff like that? Maybe, you know, you are content with how things are, or maybe you want to improve upon that. The Hangman reverse is indicating it's time to move forward. It's time to take direction. It's a red light action right now. So it's like, you know, you let the ideas marinated. You know, this energy works together very well with the Four of Swords and the Hangman. So it's just kind of saying, like, you have decided to move on, to advance in some sense. You know what the answer is. You know what you need to improve upon, and you're ready to do that work. You're ready to step into that energy of elevation. And it's very beautiful. And it's like, you know what? You have a green light from the universe is propelling you and pushing you forward into new measures. Like, maybe it is the things you want to improve upon is your money, is saving, is your resources, so you can be more secure. Maybe you do want to improve upon the financial relationship you have with your spouse or significant other, or, you know, family, whatever. So it is definitely, there's a lot of measures taken to advance here. And it's also coming from a place of the Hierophant. So there is some type of mentor. Let me get this clear for you. There we go, in focus. You know, this Hierophant energy is like a teachable moment. It's like you are learning, you know what? I need to make some changes. I need to, in order for me to advance, in order for me to elevate, in order for me to excel in this area, I need to be better with my finances, or I need to work my way towards a promotion, or maybe I need to think about, what if I relocate, or what if I refinance, or what if I, you know, saved up money for a house, then renting, where I don't have, you know, any of that, like, leading to something. You know, you're thinking about those things, and it's a lot of maturity here. A lot of mature steps, even relationship stuff, thinking about, is this like the relationship I want to commit myself to? Is this a teachable relationship for me? Or do I feel like I'm just bending, or it's just, you know, I am submitting to their energy and I'm not really looking after myself? You know, really thinking about the relationship you have with other people, but also in relation to yourself, and how are you stepping up, or how do you feel like you need to step up in terms of aligning yourself with these type of powerful forces here. And it's very earthy, because the Hierophant, it rules Taurus, so it is definitely very earthy. And then this Uranus here at the Hangman reverse is just kind of saying, like, you know, we do have Taurus right now actually in Uranus, so it is like this kind of energy of like unpredictability sometimes in terms of where you're going to get that support physically, or even, you know, emotionally. But you can first start with upholding that relationship with your self-worth and yourself to get you to the places that you need to be in. So very strong, very, very strong. I'm going to be pulling an oracle card for each of these. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm pulling, then we'll go through. So I have here, you are not alone in this uncertain place. I have hiding in plain sight. And then always remember this. Okay, so you are not alone in this uncertain place in connection with the King of Coins upright. So, you are not alone in your pursuits. You do have help that you can lean on. If this is financial stuff, financial advisor, talking to someone about your resources, talking about someone about your money, institutions with the Hierophant. Is this a bank? What is this energy? Is this a loan that you're trying to pay off, or you maybe need to take one for more education? Are you combining and like joining and merging resources with a significant other, or opening a business, or is this work related issues? You got to think about, like, you are not alone in this work. You're on this path because you need other people involved to fulfill these. And this is also this Aquarius energy happening in February before we get into Pisces, is that you do know that you need the collective, you need the community to help you in your pursuits. And that is something you cannot forget. Hiding in plain sight with the Hangman reversed here. It's like, your goals, your ambitions, your truths, try to get this clear, there we go, have been hiding in plain sight, because your answer has been around you all along. It's just like now you're thinking differently, because the Four of Swords is reversed. It's like you're able to now have a form of action. You're able to act on the things that were on your mind and improve upon that. So hiding in plain sight were your goals and your ambitions, but now you're able to see the clarity in how to pursue them and to manifest them into the reality. Okay, so always remember this here. It's just so hard to get it clear. Okay, there we go. Trying to work out this new iPhone I got. And we had the Hierophant here. So it is definitely showing that, always remember these life lessons that you're being guided to learn. Always remember the wisdom that you're getting from these situations, and also the wisdom from other people. Like, let people help you. I know it's really hard for you Scorpios to open up, but people want to connect with you. And if you keep things to yourself, your energy to yourself, you're going to miss out on so much abundance when it comes to connection and relations and stuff. And you really have to get out of your own way. And this is something, hopefully, through this Pisces energy of Jupiter, you can learn to allow other people to nourish and uplift your spirits. People want to be your friend. People want to help you. You don't have to do all this work, by yourself. And it's okay to trust. It's okay to trust that people really just have good intentions. And you can't always be so stingy with your heart, And like, always remember that there's people who are pretty much right around you, hiding in plain sight, that can really be of influence, that can really help motivate you and push you to the next level. And you have to allow that energy to come through, but first you have to open up. And maybe that's the relationship you need to improve on, is like, why do you mentally feel like you can't accept friendship, or you can't accept help from people? What inside of your own self-worth makes you believe that you can't have those things for yourself? And that's where a lot of healing and contemplation needs to come through. So have that there. I'm going to pull an astrology card and just one more tarot card to wrap up. Okay, so I'll show you what I'm pulling. I have the Page of Swords reversed here. And then I have Pallas Athena, the asteroid, coming through. So I have my little guidebook here for the asteroids, because I'm still finding my relationship with them. So intelligence, creativity, wisdom, liberation, diplomacy, overly critical, and also zealous. So a lot of intelligence and also a lot of feminine qualities come through with Pallas Athena. And with the Page of Swords here reversed, it is kind of like, using your intellect, using your minds, and also allowing other people to help you in that quest of being more critical, being more detail oriented, or just expressing yourself in ways that you need help and you need guidance, you need motivation, and you need sometimes the wisdom and insight from others. And it's okay to rely on that. It's also okay to know you don't really know where it's going to take you. It's kind of like you decide to read a book and you have no idea. You know a little bit of what the book's about, but you have no idea how the book will end. And that's kind of what this energy is like sometimes. It's like as you are opening up and expanding more with your intelligence, with connecting to the feminine, desires within. And, we all have them, no matter what your gender is, how you identify. We all have masculine and feminine energy inside of us, and we get to choose how we want to express it. And for you, it's like, what intellectually is coming through for you to grasp, to understand, to realize, and how is that going to motivate you to create a better life for yourself, to create a better future for yourself and for others. There's so much information and access to it that you haven't even tapped into because you've maybe refused in the past to open yourself up to it, or you knew you had to connect with other people and you didn't want to do that because you were scared, and it prevented you from excelling and learning and connecting with other people. So you just really need to open yourself up and allow information to guide you to the rightful places it wants to go. And it's okay to trust. It's okay to connect. It's okay to share and kind of see what new world will be opened up to you when you allow yourself to take that leap of faith and to really utilize different forms of communication and connection in your life. So that is the reading for February for you, Scorpio. And thank you so much for tuning in. And if you want a personal reading with me, definitely head over to my website. I have different tarot reading services as well as astrology. And I currently have a sale on readings right now going on. And also look at my spell candles. I have a lot of awesome, cool trinkets that are vintage that are for sale in my shop. So check out all the things, and definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my podcast as well. So thank you so much, and I will see you next month. Goodbye.